Welcome to Coremates. If you're here right now, maybe you've had a long day, or a long year, or maybe a long life of feeling like you had to grow up too fast. This episode is a pause, a place to sit down emotionally, a place where nothing needs to be proven, fixed, or improved. Today, I want to talk about softness. Not the kind people often misunderstand as weakness, but the kind that keeps showing up even after life has been rough. Because somewhere along the way, many of us learned a quiet rule. Be strong. Be resilient. Don't feel too much. Don't need too much. And maybe that rule helped you survive. Maybe it protected you once. But survival isn't the same as living. And strength doesn't have to mean hardness. So if you've been carrying tension in your shoulders, holding your breath without realizing it, or feeling like you're constantly bracing for something, this episode is for you. You don't have to toughen up here. You don't have to explain yourself. You don't have to earn rest or gentleness. For the next little while, you're allowed to be soft, even in a hard world. Let's begin. Let's take a moment to really talk about softness, because I know so many of us hear it and we think weakness. We think, if I let myself feel, if I slow down, if I speak from vulnerability, I'm going to be taken advantage of. But softness is not fragility. It's not about collapsing under pressure. It's not about letting people walk over you. Softness is awareness. Awareness of your own feelings and awareness of other people's energy. It's empathy without losing yourself. It's intuition without surrendering your boundaries. It's presence, being able to notice the small, quiet details in life, the subtle shifts in a room, the unspoken tension in a conversation. That's where softness lives. Softness is depth. It's strength that doesn't need to dominate. It's courage that doesn't shout. It's moving through the chaos of life with clarity, with integrity, with a sense of your own center intact. And here's the truth: the world has often misbranded softness as weakness. Families, schools, workplaces, even friends, they've conditioned us to hide it, to armor up, to appear tough, fast, or independent, just to feel safe or respected. But when you reclaim softness, when you allow it to live in your voice, your body, your actions, something shifts. People don't see you as weak. They see you as whole. They sense the trust you have in yourself. They feel the calm, the depth, the presence that can't be faked. Choosing softness in a world that prizes hustle, armor, speed, and spectacle is, in a way, revolutionary. Not against anyone else, but for yourself. It's reclaiming a piece of your humanity that you might have been taught to hide. Softness is not the opposite of strength, it's a different form of it. A form of intelligence, a form of survival, a form of unshakable presence. And the beautiful part? You get to let it live in you, unapologetically, fully, and without fear. And yet, so often, we don't allow ourselves that softness. We armor up. We harden. We push down the parts of us that feel deeply, that notice, that care, because the world told us we had to. But that armor, it comes at a cost. Have you ever felt a quiet numbness inside? Like you're going through the motions of life, but the colors are muted, the laughter feels hollow, and even your own excitement seems distant? That's one of the first prices of staying hardened too long. Your body carries it too. Tight shoulders, clenched jaws, shallow breathing, tension that never fully releases. It's subtle, almost invisible, until one day, you notice you've been carrying it for years. And there's more. Creativity feels blocked. Joy feels fleeting. Relationships start to feel transactional. You give, but you don't really connect. You smile, but it's automatic. You love, but there's always a part of you that's keeping score, protecting yourself from being hurt. And underneath it all, there's a quiet grief. A sense that a piece of you is missing, that your true self is tucked away somewhere behind all the armor, waiting for a moment when it's safe to emerge. Armor protects. That's its job. It keeps us safe from being hurt, from disappointment, from chaos. But the paradox is, it also isolates us. It keeps us from the richness of life, from the depth of connection, from the sense of being fully, unreservedly ourselves. And that is the cost. That is what we pay when we stay hardened too long. So, if armor isolates, how do we begin to let softness back in, without losing ourselves in the process? This is where it gets delicate. Softness isn't about giving up your boundaries or letting people walk over you. It's not about abandoning yourself in the name of kindness. True softness comes with discernment. It comes with trust in yourself. It starts small. Tiny permissions in your daily life. Saying, I can pause here. I can rest. Letting yourself speak the truth, even when it's uncomfortable. Moving a little slower, noticing your breath, noticing your body, noticing what feels aligned and what doesn't. You don't need to be hard to be whole. You don't need to armor up to survive. In fact, when you give yourself permission to be soft, you start to see that strength doesn't live in rigidness. It lives in flexibility, in awareness, in choosing presence over protection. Softness is also about boundaries. Being gentle with others doesn't mean you're dissolving yourself. You can say no. You can step back. You can protect your energy and still be soft, still be open, still be fully alive. And slowly, as you practice this, your body remembers. Your nervous system begins to relax. Your relationships breathe differently. Your mind feels less like a battlefield. You discover a rhythm you might have forgotten existed, one where strength and softness live together. Because that's the secret. Softness isn't weakness. It's a form of wholeness. A form of intelligence. A form of life fully lived, even in a world that often tells you to armor up. And I want to say this clearly because it matters. Softness is not regression. It's not going backward. It's not becoming naive, fragile, or unprepared for the world. Softness is maturity. It's what happens when you've been through enough life to know that hardness doesn't actually keep you safe, it just keeps you tense. It's what grows when you stop confusing survival with strength and start choosing presence instead. There is courage in staying tender in a harsh world. Courage in remaining open when you've learned how easy it would be to shut down. Courage in choosing humanity over performance, over constant proving, producing, and protecting. Softness is wisdom because it comes from discernment. From knowing when to open, when to pause, when to step back, and trusting yourself to navigate those moments without disappearing. And maybe the most powerful part of it is this. When you allow yourself to be soft, you become someone your younger self would have felt safe with. Someone who listens. Someone who doesn't rush pain away. Someone who doesn't shame sensitivity or silence emotion. That's not weakness. That's leadership, internal leadership. That's healing. That's coming home. Softness doesn't erase your strength. It refines it. It humanizes it. It brings it back into alignment with who you truly are beneath the armor, beneath the roles, beneath the expectations. Softness is not going backward. It's remembering yourself. If you're listening to this right now, I want you to know something very clearly. You don't have to earn this softness. You don't have to fix anything first. You don't have to become someone else to deserve it. You're allowed to be soft now. Not someday. Not when life gets easier. Not when you're finally healed enough. Now. And tonight or today, you don't need to change anything. You don't need to make big decisions. You don't need to confront anyone or transform your life. You can just be here. Maybe take a breath. Notice where your body is touching the ground, the chair, the bed. Let your shoulders drop a little. Let your jaw unclench. Let yourself arrive back inside yourself. Softness doesn't ask for urgency. It asks for presence. And if you forget, which you will, you can always return. Return to your breath. Return to your body. Return to the part of you that knows you don't need to be hard to be whole. If this space feels comforting, if these words feel like a place you want to come back to, you're always welcome to stay connected. You can subscribe, not out of obligation, but as a form of companionship. A reminder that you don't have to navigate this world alone. And I'll leave you with this, something worth carrying with you. You survived by becoming strong. Now, you're allowed to become gentle.